Hey guys, and welcome to Back to Fitness number 46. As you can see, everyone was out for the sun this week. Okay, back in Shawmore Park. This is the Thursday after Limerick, so come back down to see how the legs are. I think I'm going to be a little bit tired, but I'm going to give the similar session that I did leading into the half marathon a go again and see how that goes and see how the body feels. But I think I'm going to be a little bit sluggish. Let's see how it goes. Unfortunately, I had my finger over the microphone for this one, so you can't hear me. It was about 10 seconds slower per mile pace than I had done on the same rep last week on the 8-minute stretch, so that was to be expected, so I wasn't overly disappointed with that. Okay. Oh, second one done. Not going to do a third one today. Not ready. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Legs are tired. Legs are sore. Do something again. The weekend, hopefully. Maybe Saturday. Get something else done. Get this truck moving, you know. Oh. Okay. Time to go home and have some breakfast. So then it was on to the Saturday, and went over to the pitches, but there was loads of games and stuff going on the pitches, so best avoided really. This is the little stretch here we run in Shawmore Park along by the road. So it's up and down between the wall and the trees. Surface is pretty undulating. It is flat, but it's kind of up and down a small bit. Lots of tree roots, so you have to be really careful. So it's just over 400 meters each length, but you have to do like a 180 at each end. So the session is planned was 3 by a mile, maybe 4 by a mile, with a 75-second recovery. So let's see how that went. Whew. So you can see there's a lot going on up on the pitches. Alright, normally do sessions here in Shawmore Park, but when there's lots going on, that means there's lots of people standing out watching. That means there's people there with dogs. So generally try to avoid a situation like that where there's dogs on and off leads if you can. So I'll come down here by the wall. I can see this stretch along by the wall here in Shawmore Park. It's really well worn, really well used. Up and down twice as a mile. So the plan is to do at least 3 by a mile, maybe 4 by a mile of 75 seconds static recovery. You're going to be a lot slower down here because you're twisting and turning, and the ground, there's parts where there's lots of roots and stuff, so you have to mind yourself a little bit more, but it's a really good workout, so make the most of what I have. So let's do a little bit of a dynamic warm-up first, and then get stuck into doing the session. First one done. Watch beep for a mile before I got to the finish. It is slightly more than a mile, so I didn't look at it. I was afraid I was going to fall over in the long grass. So I'm running blind now for the next one, which is not a bad thing. So one down, keep it rocking. I'm absolutely wiped after that. Second one done. We'll be doing 4. Get the third one done. We're good. It's like similar kind of splits it to halfway and what have you for the first one. So the mile came up at 6:30, so I'm going to assume the first mile was 6:30 as well. Okay, one to do. Let's get it done. Oh lads, oh, that wasn't fun, wasn't enjoyable. It's like 14-15 degrees, which is the warmest it's been all year. I'm gonna try and blame that for feeling horrendous. So the legs are flat, you know, not a whole lot of go on them. My butt hurts. I feel my head is just bouncing now, just bouncing. So 3 is more than enough. So I got a new battery in my heart rate strap there before I came out and worn that, so it was just really interesting to see what the heart rate was, because you get a really accurate readout from that. So let's have a look at that. Oh, you can see that there. The heart rate tells its own story. You can see all that red there. Doing this type of session, you know, you should be going into the red a bit, like, but not that much. So you're talking around 160. My 150 is 160 for the mile, say, and then the last bit of a mile was about 10 to 12 seconds. It was hitting 163 average. So that's why I feel horrendous, because 163. Look, you're looking at race pace for my age group, like, you know. So it's saying I'm fatigued, you know, hitting that heart rate at that pace. So good to do 3, not to push it too hard, because you get no benefit from that. You only kind of push yourself backwards too much too soon, end up with an injury. So that's that done today. Gonna go for a nice leisurely swim now in the afternoon to try and ease the body out again, and then we'll hit a 90-minute long slow run tomorrow to finish out the week. I think that'll get me up around 40 miles for the week, which is okay considering we did the half marathon last weekend and we were away and I did a lot of driving. Yeah, let's chat some more back in the Shumara. See you there, guys. Guys, and welcome to the Shumara here, Sunday the 8th of May, an absolutely glorious day here in the Bay in Dublin. As you can see from this footage here from my long slow run today, absolutely glorious out Clontarf, around Fairview Park, East Wall location, absolutely gorgeous, fantastic. I hope you had glorious weather wherever you were in the country or anywhere in the world, wherever you're running at the moment. Like I was saying, in regards to my recovery from the Limerick half marathon, not marathon, as you will have seen from last week's edition. Pretty good, happy enough. Good training during the week. Decent bit of mileage considering, hitting up to 40 miles. Got a couple of good swims in. Body's pretty good considering everything. I can't complain. Fairly fatigued during the week, alright, but that is to be 100% expected after running a half marathon. And plus the swims I did, one or two of them, like I gave it a bit of welly. So those evenings I was quite fatigued and tired. So, but that's all good. That means I've been working myself hard. So that's a good thing in the long run. Wherever you're running at the moment, wherever your running is going, I hope it's going really well for you too. So as regards to kind of the running sessions I did during the week, I did a 2x8 minutes off a 2-minute jog that I did leading into Limerick. That was on the Tuesday. Now I wasn't expecting a whole lot, and I didn't get a whole lot. I was hoping to maybe do 3, but after the second one I was fairly wiped, so I left it at that. Bigger fish to fry later in the week, hopefully. And then yesterday, Saturday, I went back over to Sean Moore to do by mile reps. And as you could have seen there earlier on in the video, it's quite busy over there, so I went down by the wall, which is, it's not ideal, but it's fine. you're going to be a lot slower down there because of all the twisting and turn you're doing. I was about 10 seconds a mile slower than I would have hoped to have been, but considering everything, I'm pretty happy with that. The only downside to this week was the heart rate. After doing 3 by mile, I was checking it. Now I'd put a fresh battery in my heart rate strap. I need to start using it again if I'm going to be serious about getting fit again for some good races coming up in the summer. Um, and I was hitting up to 163 beats near the end of each mile rep, which is, it's not ideal when considering the effort and the pace I was getting. So that's a little bit of a warning. That maybe I'm still not fully recovered from everything, i.e. the COVID and obviously the half marathon. But we'll have to see as we go. But 163 at that effort is a little bit concerning. I'd like that to be in the high 150s rather than in the low 160s. So I'm going to continue to use my heart rate strap going forwards in regards to doing sessions. Wearing it in easy runs, probably not. Now I wore it today in my long run, and I'll probably do that as well. Wear it in my Sunday run and my long run, and wear it in my sessions. It's really good to have that information. Your heart rate gives you a huge amount of an indication of your level of fitness and whether the training you're doing is actually working for you. So that's one thing we need to keep an eye on. Now, goals going forward for the summer. Basically, all of the big races are back on. You have the Irish Life Dublin City Marathon Race Series, which is going to go ahead, and then you have the Irish Runner Race Series, which is going ahead here in Dublin as well. So, two of those kind of competing road racing series is going ahead. There's loads of other stuff going on around the country. There's no real cancellations or referrals to a following year for any races now, so everything is basically back to normal race wise. So for me personally, I'm looking at doing the Fingal 10k in July, which is part of the Dublin City Marathon Race Series. Now I ran that race once before. It was back around 2015, 2016, in around that time. Could even mean 2017, but it was a good few years ago, and I found it was an absolutely fantastic course. Big race atmosphere, well organised. People behind Dublin City Marathon organises the race series, so all these races are really well organised and really well stewarded. So you've no complaints that way. Really reasonably priced as well. So I'm going to be going there for that 10k race. And I'm going to try to aim to be in around where I was last year for my county senior road race, where I ran at 38:15. So I'm going to try and see if I can beat that. But my main goal will be in September for the Ferns 4 miler. Great club down in County Wexford, CB Rovers, who would have the Mick Murphy 4 mile on every year. Now they missed it because of COVID, but it's back on this year, and I'm really excited to give it a go because it's a good few years since I've ran that race, and it's the very first race I ever ran, proper race I ever ran as a runner, back in 2009. So that's 13 years ago, and me and my journey of trying to get back to maybe being a bit more competitive, I'm going to really target that race. See if I can run. I don't know. I'm not going to say a time now, but I have a time in my head, all right. But I'm not going to say a time now. But we'll see how we progress over the next couple of weeks and month or two. And as we get closer to it, we'll talk maybe a bit more about times. But I definitely really want to give it a go to get back into good shape and possibly see how fast I can run with these super shoes. Like there's no two ways about it. When you look at the race in Limerick last week, I ran an average of about 6:50 pace for the half marathon. Now the thing I'm really proud about that race last weekend is the fact that I ran 13.1 miles non-stop without stopping. Because since COVID, anytime I've tried to run longer, I've been getting so far and then just taking little pit stops and feeling I was really struggling. So for me to actually run the 13.1 miles without stopping, for me, at this moment in time, for me, was a huge achievement. And to run it at the pace I ran it at, it was pretty good, like, you know, considering everything, considering all the training and everything leading into it. But it goes back into the shoe again. When I'm doing these reps over in Sean Moore, I'm just in a regular shoe on the grass, like, and my pace is pretty similar to what I ran in the race, but I'm feeling like I'm running 100 miles an hour, whereas in the race, I'm just running and I'm hitting that pace and I'm feeling okay. Now, it has to be the shoe. The shoe, like I've said before, whenever I reviewed any of, especially the Saucony range, which I use, I think they're giving you like 10-15 seconds a mile, like, you know. But I really won't be able to nail that down until I can start training at paces that I would have trained at previously, and I'd know the times I would have ran in those races around that time, and get back into that kind of shape, and then run with the new shoes, and then really be able to compare apples with apples and pears with pears. Because at the moment, it's I can see it. I can see the benefits of them. I can see it with other runners, the benefits of them. People who are running super times in them, like, you know. So it's really interesting going forward to see what happens there, personally for me, and maybe for you to see it too. But that's all gonna happen this summer. Fingers crossed. Keep the faith. Stay out of the fridge. Stay out of the pub. Stay out of the chipper, and keep on running, and we might get there. Thanks very much, guys, for tuning in again this week. I hope you really enjoyed that. I hope your running is going really well. I hope your training is going really well. I hope you're enjoying your running and your training, because that's the most important thing, is that you're really enjoying it and you're getting all the benefits that come with being fit and healthy. And that's basically it. So thanks very much, guys, and we'll see you the next time. Ooh. Here you go, guys. Long run done. An hour and 29 minutes. I think 11.5 miles. Oh, that was tough.